Hello buddy, welcome back to another video. Today is episode 19 of your NHL 21 Columbus Blue Jackets franchise mode, as today we're heading into a pretty big episode here with the Blue Jackets as we're heading into the 2024-25 season as we look to get back into the playoffs and absolutely dominate. But before I get into this episode, I'd like to just say if you are new to the channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button and hit that like button as well. That'll be very much appreciated, boys. So let's get into today's episode, as I haven't recorded a Blue Jackets episode in a little while, and I'd like to just say sorry about that. I've been pretty busy over this past month, moving and all that, so I've been pretty busy, but we're going to be back on the grind and making some franchise mode videos, which I'm really excited about it, because the Columbus Blue Jackets are near to be a lethal team here very soon. We're crazy good right now, and we have crazy amounts of youth across the entire board. Of course, going into this season, we do need to make one more trade. Of course, as you guys know by the rules, we must have at least 3 players over the age of 30 years old, which we only have, I think it's, who do we have? None of our forwards are over 30, which is funny, but I think we only got, right now, Adam Larson and Brady Skjei are only 2 30-year-olds, so it means that we're going to have to trade away one of our forwards to go and pick up a 30-year-old guy, which I already know who I'm going to pick up. It's a guy from the Pittsburgh Penguins, and of course, we all know we're going to be trading Igor Chikhinov. The reason why we're going to be trading away this guy is because of the amount of snipers we already have. Igor is a guy that we could trade. He's a very expendable player. Last year, he had a pretty good season with us. He was mostly playing like 4th-line minutes, but he had 16 goals, 8 assists, and 24 points. So this guy's going to be a good player no matter where he goes. He's going to be a good goal scorer. But the problem is that, you know, we have McGrath, who we picked up with our first overall selection back in 2022. We also have Bjorkstrand. We also have Kirill Marchenko, who has been absolutely great for us over the past 2 years. And then we also have Patrik Laine, who is demanding like upwards of like $17 million a year for like a 7-8 year contract, which we're hoping he lowers it, which a lot of our players are asking for big bucks right now, especially for extensions. Warren Fogel's asking for big bucks from his $2.7 million. He almost wants $10 million if we want to lock him up. So a lot of these guys want some big money, and it kind of worries me a little bit. Jared McCann wants big money, which most likely we wouldn't be bringing him back because of Mr. Ken Johnson, who will be playing some more ice time this year. He was crazy good last year. He only played about 3 games, but he was crazy good in the AHL, and I'm hoping he's crazy good for that 3rd line here this year as well, because we're not going to be able to move him up to the 2nd line, which is kind of a bummer. But, you know, he has a great line down there with the also new rookie in McGroarty, and also our new pickup there in Jordan Greenway as well. So, let's make the deal that we need to make. Of course, we need to pick up a 30-year-old to kind of fill up the roster. Plus, I need some extra, you know, veteran leadership on this team. We don't have a lot of veteran leadership. Our only, you know, big veteran guy is Oliver Bjorkstrand, who's been with us since the beginning of the rebuild. So, I decided that we're going to be making a deal with the Pittsburgh Penguins. Now, you look at this team, they don't got a lot going for them right now. They're practically going to be rebuilding here pretty soon. I feel their offense is definitely not as strong as what it used to be. They're probably going for, you know, a last chance practically. And, you know, I know they're a divisional rival. We've done trades with divisional rivals, for example, with the Carolina Hurricanes. But honestly, I thought it worked out in our favor. We got a really good player in Warren Foegele, and yes, we gave up Benstrom. But, you know, Foegele compared to Benstrom, you know, I love Foegele. Foegele has been an amazing player, and you look how good Benstrom did last year, 26 points in 82 games. I gotta say, our divisional trades that we have done so far have worked out pretty well. And, you know, this Chikhinov trade, you know, trading him away is gonna suck. It really is. It's definitely not something I particularly want to do, but when we have so many snipers come up the pipeline, we really don't need to worry about it. So, the player that we're going to be trading for is Patrik Hornqvist, a guy that was absolutely ripping it up last year. He's been ripping it up over the past few years. He came back to Pittsburgh, of course, last year, putting up 56 points in 82 games. Is a player that I would love on our 4th line. and is even a guy that we could play on our third line if Jordan Greenway doesn't do so well. And I'm even thinking about maybe playing him there just because of the fact that he's a big-time veteran. He's played a lot of playoff games before. He went on that run last year with the Pittsburgh Penguins. So this is a guy that I would love on the team, and this is a guy that will help us move forward with that playoff run that we're hoping to go on this year. So he's going to be the main piece of this trade, and the thing that's awesome about this, he's cheap. I know he's a bottom 6 potential, which means that he could potentially drop over the year, which I know that. We're taking a big risk with doing this type of trade. We're going to be trading him Igor, and then we're also going to be picking up some picks just because the trade value is a little bit lopsided. So I'm hoping to get maybe a second and third. Most likely will not. Yeah, they reject that. So we're going to take off the second. We'll do a third, a fourth, and then next year we'll do a third. Just try to bolster up on some picks. We need some extra picks moving forward. So if we could try to get some extra picks moving into the 2026 draft, that would be perfect. A fourth and a fifth, would that work? No. We'll take off the fourth and we'll just do a third, fourth, and a fifth. Will that go through? No, it will not. Just a third and a fourth? No, still not. So we'll go with a fourth. We'll go with 2 fourths and a fifth of next year. Will that work? Still no. Jesus. A fourth and a fifth. Will that work? Wow, no. Jesus. I didn't know Patrik Hornqvist had this much trade value. I was trying to get at least a little bit of picks, but I don't think that's really going to happen now. So a fifth and a sixth. No, wow, they are really being stubborn about this trade. There we go. So we got a pick for Patrik Hornqvist. We might have overpaid for the guy, but the guy had 56 points last year. So, of course, we're going to have to overpay for a guy that is a veteran guy for the team. And we could have went for somebody a little cheaper, and he's an 80 overall. Wow. Whew. That was definitely not a good trade for us. Wowzers. Jesus. I was not expecting the drop off that much. I was not expecting that, but oh well, we needed a 30-year-old, and oh my lord, did we ever lose out on that deal. My lord. I was not expecting him to drop off that much. Anyways, he's going to be a good third line. I could care less. He's going to be a good depth player. I know it kind of sucks that we had to do that, but it's for the long run. Man, that was a really rough deal. I don't even think I could sympathize with that deal, but we needed to pick up a 30-year-old, and no matter which 30-year-old we were probably going to pick up, it was probably not going to be the greatest move in the world anyways. And why the hell is Adam Larsson? Why is all our defensive defensemen on the three-man on our, what is it, the 3-on-3? Like, why is every defensive defenseman on the 3-on-3? It should be Girard, Werenski, and Skjei. Should be our 3-on-3. Anyways, we also edited some of the special teams as well. We got Ken Johnson and Retro McGroarty because Jared McCann, he's good offensively, but compared to Ken Johnson and Retro McGroarty, they're nowhere near those types of guys. But these are going to be our power play lines, our 4-man power play lines, our penalty kill, which McCann's going to be the highlight of our Peeke, and then also our 3-man Peeke going forward for this year. And then the team is basically the same. We have a lot of new young guys coming into the roster with Ken Johnson and Retro McGroarty, which I'm really excited about. Defensively, I feel we're going to be a bit weaker this year, especially with Johnson coming into the lineup and Retro McGroarty. But I'm hoping Uwe Kubel and Jordan Greenway will be able to balance that out a little bit. And our defense score is still basically the same, but the fact that we improved our top 6, and I'm hoping that will be enough moving forward. So there's going to be a lot of big questions, and especially moving into next year, we have a lot of big contract extensions that we have to sign. Patrik Laine is the biggest one. He was making $7.9 million. Now he wants $11.6 million for 1 year, and if you try to boost it up, it jumps up exponentially. So I'm a little worried about Patrik Laine's contract moving forward, and I don't want to sign him to another 1-year deal because if he explodes once again going into his prime, which he will be going into his prime here very soon, and he might put up another season where he puts up another 100 points maybe. So we'll see how expensive Patrik Laine will be. He'll be coming into his 5th season. So I'm hoping to keep Patrik Laine, and if not, then we're probably going to have to go through maybe a bit of a retool. I mean, not really, because we'll have Ken Johnson and Retro McGroarty jump up big time for us, which hopefully they will. They probably will. Ken Johnson's been looking lethal. Same with Retro McGroarty. He's getting his first time professionally, and he was ripping it up in the OHL all the way up until he's 20. So I'm really excited to see how well he'll do moving forward. So let's get into the simulation. I don't want to wait any longer. I am ready to go. I am ready and excited for this year. The 2024-25 season will begin here very shortly. I just got to check the auto rotate goalies is off. Yes, because we saw Mackenzie Blackwood and Adin Hill as our tandem going into the season. So hopefully they will be good again this year. That's going to be the big hope, is that our defense will be able to play really good, and those two guys will be able to be our tandem moving forward into the season. We do have some prospects coming up for our goaltending core, which is the best thing. I think we got, of course, we just seen Tubert, another guy I think was around a 69 overall. So it'll probably be another 2 years before we actually get, a really good starting goalie on this team. It actually maybe 3 to 4 years. It'll be a bit before we actually get that starting goalie that we want. So let's get into the first game here. Columbus Blue Jackets versus the Anaheim Ducks. I want to see some Ken Johnson gameplay. I want to see some Retro McGrath gameplay, man. I'm excited to see those guys in action. So let's get right into this first period. 1-1. Patrik Laine already gets a big one, and then Lambert as well there for the Ducks. Second period, 2-1. Jordan Greenway gets a big goal there for the Columbus Blue Jackets. And you know what? Let's get some big-time gameplay. We're going to simulate the entire third period because I kind of want some gameplay. I want some excitement. So let's get right into this game between the Blue Jackets and the Ducks. So here we are, the third period action here between the Blue Jackets and the Ducks. I'm excited. I'm excited to see some gameplay here with Ken Johnson. We're going to definitely be throwing out that line like right away after we get the first shift of this first line out here. I want to throw it immediately out that second line, or that third line. I'm just gonna throw them out there right now. I want to see my boy Johnson and Retro McGrath in gameplay. Both of one is number 12 and 18 there for Ken Johnson as he goes up against Shafley. Big face-off win. Let's go here, boys. Werenski gets nailed alongside of the boards, but Ken Johnson fighting for the puck. Zegras, he has a break, but big push there by Mr. Brett Pesce there, or was that Peeke? Could be either or. Shifley over to Brodin. Brodin has it now down to Zegras. The Ducks are keeping a good handle of the puck here. Greenway, nice pass over to McGrath. Come on, baby. Retro over to Greenway, over to Johnson. Johnson has it now. Into the corner, down to Retro. And those are the two guys we want to play. Oh my god, what a chance by Johnson. Those are the two big guys I want to play together for like forever. Is Johnson and McGrath. Those guys are going to be line mates forever. And that's going to be the bringing up. Oh, Kent Johnson, baby. Let's go. His first career NHL goal. Kent Johnson with his first ever career NHL goal. And we get to watch it. My lord, what a goal by Kent Johnson. Right through the 5-hole. His first career NHL goal in his career. And what a start. His first game of the season. Of course, it's his fourth career NHL game. And the guy's already on a point per game. Point per game for this guy, man. My lord, what a goal there by Ken Johnson. Yeah, get that first line out there. And he was just persistent, just going hard after it, putting it in the back of the net. And that's what I'm talking about, baby. That is what I'm talking about. What a first shift there between Retro and Johnson. I'm already loving it, man. I'm already loving it. But what I was going to say, it brings up another point that we might be needing to trade away maybe a Marchenko, or do we think about trading away a Bjorkstrand, right? Like our captain, do we think about maybe trading away him? Or if Laine is too expensive, do we maybe trade away Patrik Laine and focus on Johnson and McGrath coming up the pipeline? It brings some big questions to the team, and it's going to be interesting to see what we do really next, because we got some big tasks. We got some big players that we got to think about. But Ken Johnson, there we go, his first career NHL goal. That's exciting, man. That is really exciting to see. Ken Johnson, the guy who got drafted in real life for the Columbus Blue Jackets, is now playing for the team here. It was quite funny that I was actually quite surprised that they drafted him in real life after I drafted him. I thought that was quite funny. So good shift there. Laine getting some good shots. We'll throw out that second line out there. Get McCann, Marchenko, and Bjorkstrand. Give them a little bit of a shift. They were great last year, and I'm excited to see what they will be able to do again this year. Marchenko up to the point. Over to Bjorkstrand. He has it now down below. Over to Bjorkstrand. Nice chance, Marchenko. Right on it as well. But Montour over to Kerfoot. They're carrying it out of the zone. Kerfoot gets past Jones. Over to Kerfoot, and Kerfoot puts it right in the back of the net. That was a really bad defensive miscue. Yeah, put out the third defensive pairing. Second line out there still. Sure, they could bounce back here. Kerfoot got a nice goal there for the Ducks. That was a nice little advancement there. Jones, he passed right back to Jones and pushed right pushed right on the net. It was a good chance there by the Ducks, and they put it right in the back of the net. They dump it in, and it's right out of play. Yeah, I think we just keep out the same lines out there. I don't think we need to change anything, but that's awesome to see Kent Johnson score his first career goal. I'm actually very happy we jumped into this third period at the time that we did and decided to watch the entire game, because we got to see Mr. Johnson score his first goal, and that's always exciting to see, you know, your youngster score his first goal, and that's always just absolutely amazing. As Kerfoot, he has it now over to Fowler. As now the Ducks are trying to push it up the zone. We're going to have to make a line change. Yeah, throw out that first line, sure. And we'll throw out that first defensive pairing. Get that first defensive pairing out there. Oh, great chance. What a one-timer. Oh, my Lord, what a pass there. What a set-up pass. My Lord, that was beautiful. That was beautiful. I don't know who that was. I think that was Marchenko who made that beautiful pass, or he took the 1T, but that was beautiful. Beautiful, boys. Roy with a nice shot there. Blackwood makes a nice save there. We'll throw out the fourth line here in a little bit. We'll give this first line a little bit of a chance. Again, they haven't really done too much tonight, but Foudy out there now to take the face-off draw here for the Blue Jackets. Big face-off win. Werenski has it now. Nice job protecting the puck. Vogel, he has it now. Long side of the boards. Over to Foudy. He has it. Carrying through. Nice move. Vogel, he has it. Trying to get through. Nice save here by Gibson. Not really a save, but thought that first line. They'll keep the first defensive pairing out there, but Texier, Hornqvist, and Ub Kubel. Definitely wasn't the greatest trade by me picking up Hornqvist, but we needed to get Chinkinov off the roster anyways, and it kind of sucks that we didn't get as much as we thought we were going to get. I thought I was going to get a bit more, but I should have just backed out from the trade and went after somebody else, but it is what it is. Not that big of a deal. We still got to pick out of it, and we'll probably pick somebody else from it. We've been pretty good with our trades, and that was the one screw up that we made, and it is what it is. Nice save there by Blackwood. Yeah, we'll keep out the fourth line there for a little bit more. See if they could do anything else. They got the Ducks are in our zone right now. They threw out their second line there with Couturier, Steele, and Silverberg. Is now number 6 there, Peeke. I think that is carrying it up. Come on, boys. Oh, that was a horrible pass. What were we thinking there, bud? Couturier, he has now, gets right past Peeke almost, but Peeke rebounds. Girard picks, oh, almost bobbled the puck there. Let's throw out that third line instead. Regroup here. Girard, yeah, you take it, buddy. Girard, take it, buddy. You take it, Girard. Oh, turnover, Couturier, over to Kapanen. Now there's a good chance here for the Ducks. Real good chance here for the Ducks. Kapanen, one-timer, big save there by Blackwood as he just makes some big saves here for the Blue Jackets. I don't know why the mass always goes to the AHL team. I don't know why it always does, but it always does for every goalie that I pick up ever in this game. It always goes to the AHL mass. Zegers, great chance. Big save there by Blackwood. Come on, boys. We got to get this out of the zone. Maybe I should have thrown out the first line instead, but, I mean, they were doing so good. I had to throw out this third line. McGrath sends it behind the net to Greenway to McGrath. Oh, my Lord, what a chance. Oh, my Lord, he almost got his first career NHL goal. Rutschel with a great chance there. Butch over to Scheifele. Battle here for the puck. McGrath, great chance. Big save there by Gibson. And now Butcher, he has it now. Fight for the puck. Scheifele to Butcher. Butcher has it now over to Kapanen. Kapanen carrying it up. They're pulling their goalie. Yeah, get that first line. Oh, what a poke check there, baby. Great defensive play. Foudy, he's carrying it up now here for the Blue Jackets. Foudy, and he rifles it right into the back of the net. The empty net there for Foudy as we go up 4-2. Easy dub. Easy dub for the Blue Jackets here. 4-2. Man, I am loving this team this year. I feel like we're going to be crazy good. The only wish I wish we had was that we had a top 2 defenseman. That's my only wish right now. And we have enough players to do a trade to pick up a top 2 defenseman as we get another empty netter. As we go up 5-2 now. Who was that? Werenski there against the empty netter? Or was that Pesce? Or was that Peeke? That could have been Peeke. Yeah, Andrew Peeke gets his first goal of the season, and that was an empty netter. That should be icy. Man, this game's going long to end the game off, but that's alright. That is alright. I like getting some nice gameplay, and plus we can do longer videos because the internet's better here, boys, and that's always the nice thing. As Gerard Fowler has now, as the Ducks are trying to get it out, trying to maybe muster up one last goal. Jones, nice save there by Blackwood, and another stop of play here with 3.97 or 3.9 seconds, excuse me, left in the third period. Good job here, boys. Foudy back out there. I'm just gonna let them do whatever they want for the lines because I don't really care. And there we go. Big win to start off the season. And let's jump in to the simulation here, boys. Alrighty, so let's get some simulation going. I'm excited to see how well this Blue Jackets team will play. Kent Johnson got his first career goal in the first game of the year, and signs are already looking bright this year. I could already say that. 5-0 win. James Reimer, I don't think we need another goalie anyways, especially for $4 million. No, thank you. A big win there against the Flames. Another win against the Sabres, 7-3. Look at our defense. We're not letting a lot of goals in. Another win there on the Ducks. We're going up 5-0 already to start the season. 6-0 to start the season here for the Blue Jackets. So 6 wins in a row to start the season off. That is absolutely nuts. 7-1. Greenway, what's the matter? Peyton, right now I don't feel like... Oh, dude, you're playing good time. You're playing with Johnson and McGroarty. What are you complaining about? Disagree. Sit down, play your hockey. You're a third line guy. You're not playing up in the top 6, bud. I'm not giving you any more ice time. You're not that good of a PK guy. You don't need to play there. We already filled up on the power play. We already got tons of crazy good players on this team. You signed with us knowing where you were going to play. I know Bjorkstrand, but you're our captain, buddy. Play where you need to be playing, bud. I know you don't like it, but you're playing on that second line on a very good line. Man, we are... Wow, man, this is nuts. 10-3 start, or it was like practically a 10-1 start off to this, or I guess a 9-2 start to start off this season. That is crazy good here for the Columbus Blue Jackets. I cannot, I don't even, I can't even fathom the words of how great of a start. Wow, look at Laine. He's a goal per game, bro. Oh man, he's gonna be asking for the big bucks. I don't even think we can lose Laine at this point either, because he's just that good of a player. Like, even look at Retro. 9 goals. Oh, my lord. This team is orgasmic, bro. It legit is. This team is orgasmic. Look at Hornqvist, okay? It's not a bad trade. What are you talking about? He's up to an 84 overall. Look at me. My lord. Oh, my god, dude. Even the defense is performing pretty well. Shane Larson's not bad. Oh, I forgot that we need to rotate the goalies. I've been just riding Blackwood. Sorry, Blackwood. We got to ride Adin Hill. I totally forgot. I totally forgot that I had auto-rotates goalies off. I totally forgot about that. But Adin Hill, we could ride on him for a little bit. See if he how well he'll do. But Blackwood, he was... He had an 800 save percentage, but I did ride him for like 11 games in a row. So we'll play Adin Hill for a couple games in a row, and then we'll actually start doing the tandem, because I got stuck up in the amount of wins that we were getting. Now we're kind of going back down to earth here. 12-6. We're starting to lose some games this month. We're starting to struggle a little bit. Hopefully we could get back on the horse here. Big win there against the Red Wings. We definitely need to get back on the horse here, though. We definitely need to start getting some wins. Kent Johnson's back in the lineup. We definitely need him back, because Retro was definitely missing our boy Kent Johnson. Dude, I love Nick Bonino. I love that we still have him on this team as a depth player, because he's just so crazy good. But look at Laine. 17 goals and, 20 games? That's crazy good. But the first line's definitely not as good as last year. A -9 for Fogle, -4 for Foudy, and a -1 for Laine. So we might need to tweak that line a little bit, maybe play around with it. But Marchenko's having a crazy good season himself. He's above a point per game. That is nuts. The amount of offense that we have on this team is crazy. Like, our offense is nuts. Like, if we didn't face up against the Philadelphia Flyers in that first round last year, I think we could have went pretty far just with our offense alone. And if we were able to get our offense going, because it seemed like we just went completely dry in the playoffs. But if we do what we do in the regular season, in the postseason, this team could be nuts. It really could be. But look at that. Marchenko is leading the team in points. Wow, man. That is crazy. That is nuts, dude. So Robert Hay taking over. That's okay. But how was it? Adin Hill, 916 save percentage. He was 4-3. Mackenzie Blackwood, 896 save percentage with a 306. Hopefully he could rebound a little bit. I'm not gonna play Blackwood to too many games, because we played him 16 games in a row. So we'll play him next 2 Give Adin Hill a little bit of a break, and then we'll play Adin Hill again for the next couple of games, just so we can even them out in the games, because we definitely need to do that. Get Bjorkstrand back in the lineup, because this second line, I don't know, man. It's just that second line's on something else, bro. It really is. But I'm not really liking that top line. I'm really not liking it. So I think we're going to throw Marchenko with Liam Foudy. We're going to change it up a little bit. It's going to be more offense than defense. And then we'll throw Foegele with McCann and Bjorkstrand. We'll give that a little bit of a try. Defensively, Werenski, Pesce, Girard, Peeke, Skjei, and Larson. Not bad. And we're not looking that bad. You know, we could probably use a bit better defense, of course. Like, we definitely need a top 2 defenseman, which I'm hoping Terluzhinen could be that. Because he's slowly developing. He'll slowly be ready here soon. So we'll change out Mackenzie Blackwood, and we'll get our boy Adin Hill back in there, because he was crazy good for the past couple games there. So, and we'll ride Adin Hill here for the next little bit. So I think we'll do another month of simming, and then we'll do a whole season wrap up, because we are going pretty long with this video. I think what we'll do is we'll head up to trade deadline, and then we'll do like a whole wrap up there, and then we'll see what we need to do at trade deadline, if we need to make any deals, because we might need to make some deals, because, you know, Patrik Laine needs an extension, etc, etc. We definitely do need to maybe think about making some moves, and maybe picking up a top 2 defenseman, because I would really like a top 2 defenseman for this team. That's my biggest want and need, is a top 2 defenseman, because Zach Werenski is not going to be that guy. He's a great defenseman. I'm not saying he isn't. Great offensive guy, but he definitely didn't improve as much as we wanted him to be. You know, he got stuck at an 86 and it never went up from there. So, Adin Hill. Oh, we need to stop. Oh, I didn't mean to sim the back-to-back. Did not mean to do that with Adin Hill. That's all right, though. I need to get my mind in the game here, bro. Come on, dude. Actually, we might actually stop the sim after this month. And then we'll take it up to the trade deadline in the next episode, because we're going on pretty long, and I know we're going to have lots of stops, especially with dealing with the back-to-back. So Blackwood, you can play the next 2 games, and then we'll get Adin Hill, because we have a lot of back-to-backs here. So Foegele, you're not performing the best of your abilities, or it's all right, dude. We'll rebound. We'll rebound. Yeah, come on, Foegele. Dude, come on, bro. You were sick for us last year. Don't come a downer on me. Come on, bro. Bjorkstrand, you're okay, dude. Come on. I don't know why you're complaining. You complained to me a while ago, and you said you were fine with it. See, this is also a thing. Why are you coming back to me complaining about your ice time when you just complained about your ice time a while ago, and you said you were fine with it? Blackwood's out with an injury, so goaltending. We'll call up Winner. Kevin Nix, rest in peace, buddy. We're going to be keeping you on the Blue Jackets for the rest of your life, bud. That is a guarantee. Also, Richard McGrath has been injured for a while, man. Holy crow. He's just not been healthy this year, eh? Just not been healthy. It kind of sucks, because he was doing really, really well for us. 18 points in 16 games. He was doing really, really well for us, and then just the injury bug just hit him, and he has not been healthy since. Oh, I forgot to sign some depth, but I think, honestly, yeah, the AHL doesn't look that bad. I know we don't got any depth in the AHL, but these are all the guys I do want to play. So I think it's fine. San Jose, big win there against the San Jose Sharks. The Canucks, big win there. We do need to sign some depth, though, before I keep on forgetting. I keep forgetting so many things because I haven't played franchise mode in God know how long, man. This has been like the one game I have not been playing, but for the only time that I do play it is recording it and editing the rosters, and that's basically all I've been doing, is getting ready for the next NHL game, basically. I haven't really been playing too much NHL, so I'm kind of out of the rhythm a little bit. Out of the rhythm just a bit. So we'll sign some depth players, because we definitely need a couple depth players. I didn't need to sign that many defense, because we already filled up on defense. We need mostly offense. Oh, I didn't mean to send... Oh, whatever. We got money. We got money. We don't need to worry about it. We got money. I need to throw in Winner, I guess, because we got a back-to-back here, so... Throw in Winner. But Adin Hill, he's been pretty good this year. He hasn't played a lot of games this year, but he's very good once again this year. He's actually throwing up better numbers than what he has done last year, and he seems to get better every single season from what it looks like. And Kent Johnson, fine. Actually, we're going to let him just recover a little bit. I don't want to play him immediately yet, because when we did, he got injured again, I think. But I kind of want to wait on him because it seems like he's taken a little bit to recover here. So I want to be patient with Kent Johnson. He's our young superstar. So winner. Damn, bro, you got a shutout there? We'll play you for a little bit. If you're going to put up some big wins here, we might as well play you for a couple games. And the Flyers lost there against the Flyers. I knew he was going to lose sooner or later, but gave us some pretty good games. And then we'll throw back in Kent Johnson since he's fully healthy and ready to go. Alongside of our boy Retro, who's ripping up the league this year. Laine's ripping up the league. Marchenko's ripping up the league. That first line's doing way better now. Fogel's just not having the strongest year this year, honestly. I'm glad we didn't give him a big contract extension, but he's definitely not having the strongest year compared to last year, for sure. Goaltending-wise, winner. Gave us some really good, solid games, my lord. Adin Hill, you can get back in there, though, bud. And then, yeah, we'll get to the end of the month, and then we'll probably end the video here, guys. And we'll simulate these last 3 games. But we're 23-12, and we still haven't had an OT loss. That is actually quite surprising that we haven't had an OT loss. Big win there against the Red Wings, and then one last game against the Maple Leafs before we turn a new leaf into the new year, into 2025. And then we'll have to take a look at what we need to do, what we need to trade, etc., and what we need to do next. So, big win there against the Leafs. And where do we place in the Metro Division? We place 3rd, right behind the Flyers and the Islanders. And our division's pretty loaded. We have a lot of good teams in our division. Plus, we have no overtime losses. Like, we would be almost the top of the division if we had a couple more overtime losses. But our goals for per game, absolutely nuts. 370, crazy good. Goals against per game, this is the one team that I'm scared about. This is the Flyers. Their defensive ability was able to shut down our great offense going through the postseason last year. And it seems like they're still great defensively. And that's the scary thing about their team, is that they're still crazy good defensively. Our power play is nuts, 29.4, and our Peeke is still very weak. Yes. That was the thing I knew we were going to be weak in this year, was our defense going forward throughout this year. Offensively, Marchenko's leading the team in points behind Foudy, and Laine's up there, Mcgrath's up there, Greenway. Just everyone's contributing a lot of points this year. Even our depth is doing pretty well there with Texier, Kubel, and Hornqvist. Benino, whenever he comes in, he's lighting it up, so that's awesome. But everyone's doing pretty well this year. Bjorkstrand's not too bad. Greenway has 26 points. He's actually doing a bit better than Fogel this year. Crazy. Defensively, Werenski has 20 points this year. Girard 14. Skjei has 9. And then you got Pesce, Peeke, and Larson. And then goaltending-wise, Blackwood and Hill has not been a bad tandem this year. But I feel like we just need to be better defensively and maybe pick up a better goalie. The team doesn't look that bad, but I'd like to see around the league if there's any, big-time defensemen available, because that's been the biggest problem, is finding a defenseman that we could pick up. We have not been able to over the past little bit. Bohm Bryan was available. Larson, yeah, we definitely don't want to be picking up Oliver Ekman Larson. Screw that. But the last time it was Bohm Bryan, the last guy that was really available that, could probably help us change this team around. But that's the thing. He's another young guy. We kind of want a bona fide top 2 guy, right? We don't want another guy that, we have to develop and maybe have a risk of him not turning out to be that great, right? That's the biggest risk with doing a trade like that. And that's the thing. It's just no one around the league is really... Oh, wait. Vince Dunn. 3 years at $4.6 million. Top 4 pairings he fits. He's defensively not that bad. Vince Dunn is potentially someone that you could look at. 87 overall. He's not going to improve far from that, though. And he's going to be the exact same guys, or Werenski or a Pesce. And we're going to have to trade an arm and a leg for a guy like that. So, and it's not even a guy that's a top 2 defenseman just yet. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what necessarily we're going to do here with the Blue Jackets moving forward, if we're just going to continue with the defense that we have. Just the big risk is that we're going to have to go up against most likely a team in the playoffs in the Philadelphia Flyers, no matter what. We're going to have to go up against this team in this scary good defense, who also got Devon Toews now. Like, I don't even know what to say about this defensive core, but for the fact that it's good. It's crazy good. And then you have Carter Hart involved in that. It's a tough team to beat. And our defense, no matter which way you look at it, they got the better defensive core. They do. They got the better defensive core. They got guys who have 5-star defensively. And, you know, you look at our defense core, Werenski, Pesce, pretty good defensively. Then you got Girard, who's pretty solid, and Peeke, who's amazing. But then, you know, it kind of goes downhill from there. And they got a guy who's, what, like a 4-star defensively in that top 6, and we don't. Like, it's definitely, it's going to be a hard playoff matchup once again if we do go up against the Flyers. It's just legit our kryptonite to go up against the Flyers. So for right now, guys, I'm gonna end the video here though. Tell me guys in the comment section below what we should do next. It's gonna be a tough one. I think next we gotta maybe look towards a top 2 defenseman, but there's really nothing available. But for right now, guys, I'm gonna end the video here. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys all in the next one. Adios, amigo.